Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to another off-season episode edition of the Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got myself and I got Chris. Andrew is out working at Justin is on call, so prayers out once in the chat for Justin. But Chris, what's happening, my dude?
Nothing really. Just waiting for some, more signings, more
Yeah,
news. But yeah, that's about it.
yeah. I mean, we're guys obviously we record this Monday night, but it's been an eventful Monday already. We've had a new signing on the offensive line. We've had news come out with Adam Peters talking about Jonathan Allen. News about JJ McCARTHY, news about the offensive tackle position going into the season. But we'll get into everything and even some mock drafts because we love a good mock draft here. Before we get into anything, guys, I need y'all to like and subscribe here on YouTube, here on the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know every time that we upload, and hit that share button, whether it's over on your Instagram, your Facebook, and share. Just tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about BIB. Over 85% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and that hurts us not only to our bottom line, which is non-existent. We don't make anything. We do this for the fun of the sport and for the fun of you guys, but subscribing seriously helps us create better content, to get better guests, to get better episodes out for each and every single one of you. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Head over to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All links down in the description. Go follow us all over there. We got mock drafts, we got player prospect breakdowns with collaboration with Adam and Eba. Go shout out to him. We've got different content coming on each of those social media channels. You're not going to want to miss it. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and go follow us on those socials. Let's just kind of talk about the kind of nuanced day, the busy day we've kind of had already. So, to kind of kick things off, we have signed a new not starting, but we've signed a new depth center. We've signed former Miami Dolphin and Texan guard and center Mike Dieter, who played and started 10 games last season. I think it's just a good quality free agent signing, brings depth to the center and guard position. He can play both positions. He's young enough. I think he's 25, 26 years old. I think it's just an all-around good signing, and I believe it's only for a one-year deal.
Yeah, that's a good signing. That is.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody's better than Nick Gates.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
I mean,
but hey, if it's 1 year and he's only 25, 26, you know, see how he does, in practice,
yeah.
training camp, preseason, see what the kid is made of,
Yep.
and if you think he does good in the games that he, maybe gets in there and plays, then hey, bring him back for another year. But I like the signing. I don't mind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, just for some of the stats, he committed 5 penalties and 3 sacks last year in the 10 games he started. So, not bad stats when you really think about it. No, he's not going to be this lockdown, Jason Kelsey, Creed Humphrey, Pouncey brother, but I don't expect him to be. If he gives up more than, if he gives up between 0 to 3 sacks in a season, I'm cool with it. Cosme only let up a sack the entirety of last season. He plays guard.
Hmm.
And not only to mention, we still have Nick Allegretti, who we signed. We still have Sam Cosme, like aforementioned. And we still have Ricky Stromberg, who can play both guard and center, which he did last year. And I believe in Stromberg. I think he played well for what he could done, considering our lackluster offense.
Yeah.
But I can't complain. But let's continue with the offensive line. Adam Peters talking today at the media site. I'm not sure if it was for the Commanders or I believe it was for the head coach. Like every year they get together at the team owners meeting and whatnot because there's a big photo of everyone. But he says he'd be comfortable going into the season with Cornelius Lucas or Trent Scott over at left tackle. Now I do believe, and I think it's almost guaranteed we will draft an offensive tackle, whether it's at 36, whether it's at 40, 67, 78, 100, or we even trade back into the first round to get a tackle. In my opinion, you trade up to 29 with the Detroit Lions and you take Jordan Morgan out of Arizona, that monster of a man who will move mountains, okay? We've already known going to the season our tackle spot was going to be atrocious. We still have Andrew Wiley on the books. We still have Trent Scott. We brought back Cornelius Lucas. I don't know how I would feel going into the season. I think it would be like anything's better than Leno and Wiley, but to now not replace that unless it's going to be with a rookie, I don't quite know how I feel.
I personally, this is just my take. I wouldn't mind if it was Cornelius Lucas
Okay.
that started. I wouldn't mind it. It's better than Andrew Wiley. It's
Yep.
better than Charles Leno.
What?
Um, I mean, I think what was it? I believe it was Cornelius Lucas that took Charles Leno's spot in a couple of the games last year,
Mm-hmm.
like the Atlanta one.
Yep.
There was a couple others in there too, and he didn't play all that bad. I think that's just my take. Um, you know, I mean, in the draft, at 36 or at 40 in that second round, could you possibly get I don't know, maybe both Jordan Morgan and Patrick Paul, or like you said, trade back with the Lions and get Jordan Morgan
Yep.
there. I mean, hey, if you were to get both, that is a win-win
Yeah.
situation, I believe, you know, because like I said, anybody is better than Andrew Wiley and
Mm-hmm.
Charles Leno.
Yep.
That's just my take.
Yeah. My top picks: Jordan Morgan out of Arizona, Kingsley Sudamatea out of BYU. You have Kieran like Armitage out of Yale, Patrick Paul out of Utah. Like there's some. It's a very Javon Foster out of Mizzou, Rajan Rosengarten out of Washington. When we talked about with Josh Heller, shout out to Josh. Um, but it's a great tackle class. Whether you need guys to start right away, which would be the first 67 taken, or you need guys to sit and produce like your third, fourth, fifth, sixth rounds. Um, we need to get an upgrade at both right and left tackle, but I think right now you would rather protect your quarterback's blind side, which I do believe is the left side. Um, so we will see. But keeping up with the news, GM Adam Peters also say that they have not discussed picking up Jamin Davis's fifth-year option. When this episode drops, they will have a week to do it because the deadline is May 2nd. They have 1 week to pick up Jamin Davis's fifth-year contract, or they let him walk next year. For those who forget, 2021 first-round pick, I believe 16 or 17 in that draft. We could have had JOK. We could have had someone else. We took Jamin Davis out of Kentucky, who has recently avoided jail time for, I believe, reckless driving and a whole host of other things. Now, we don't try to talk personally about people's lives, but when you make it our business to not only put this team in jeopardy, but now you let people down, just stupid decisions. We talked about this in the past. I'm not going to talk on it anymore. But you make stupid decisions, you win stupid prizes, right?
Yeah,
Other than that, if they do, cool. If they don't, you still have Frankie Louvu back there, and you're going to be in the same spot we were in this year. Is you've got to sign some linebackers, which you did with B-Wags, like Frankie Louvu and Anthony Pittman. I think they should exercise it, considering the role he's going to play in this defense, which I think is more of your pass rushing linebacker. What Dan Quinn did with Micah Parsons, who made him more of an edge rusher. But I think this season will be a testament to whether they bring him back or they simply let him walk away scot-free.
I think I think they ought to go ahead and pick it up.
Okay.
Yes, the first 3 years of him being in this league have not been well. We understand it hasn't been well. But guess what? We have a new regime, we have a new coaching staff,
Yep.
and we saw what Dan Quinn did with Micah Parsons, making him an absolute beast. Yes, even though I hate the Cowboys, he is an absolute beast
Yes.
of a linebacker, edge rusher, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And I believe that is going to happen here in Washington with Jamin Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you pick it up, you can chill. You would probably only have to pick up maybe one linebacker come, in free agency next
Yep.
offseason because you could get Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in the draft, you know,
Ooh.
and so like right there you have Frankie Lavu, um, Jamin Davis, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And not
Yep.
only that, if you wanted to next offseason, you could re-sign Bobby Wagner, who
You
I
could definitely
think
try.
is gonna be good this season.
Yep.
I know a lot of people aren't kind of high on him because he's
Mm-hmm.
older, but if we think about it though, London Fletcher was a year younger than what Bobby Wagner was
Yep.
when we signed London Fletcher back in what was that 2007, I believe.
2007, 2008, yeah.
Yeah, so if anything, I think if you don't pick it up, you're also fine with it. But if you pick it up, hey, okay, cool. Keep developing this guy.
Yep. The only thing with the 5th year option, is shout out to Sportrac, sportrac.com. I go to them for all the contract numbers. So this is Jamin Davis' 5th year option going to the 2025 season. He will be 27 years old. We drafted him when he was 23. He'll be 27 years old. His base salary, which will be that 5th year option, $14.483 million. He will be a $14 million contracted linebacker in the NFL. Do I think it gets picked up? I don't know. I think you should. But if they don't, I would not be surprised, considering it would only cost us like $3 million in dead cap. So
Mm,
you never know.
50-50.
It's 50-50. It's 50-50. And then he also went on to say that he thinks Jonathan Allen is a key part in this defense. And in quotes, we are not interested in trading him. We will not be trading number 93 and Big John Allen. I think that is a smart decision, being a Pro Bowl defensive tackle, one of the highest paid. I believe he's 9th ranked, 9th highest paid in the league, who had a down season, as well as his entire defense had a down season. But I think he's one of the better interior defensive tackles in the league. Pairing up with his Bama bro and Deron Payne, they have one of the best duos the past few years. Last year was not a good year for them, but I do think they will step back up, and I do think they will come back to bite and kick some ass. Now, here's the big one of the day. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's interesting because when they brought in Adam Peters, they brought in Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
They said they were talking about keeping key cornerstone pieces not only to the defense but the team itself. Now, here's what I question. You say that, right? And we talked about Cam Curl not getting a contract, Kendall Fuller not
getting a
re-signing
contract.
him. Those are key pieces or key cornerstones
They were.
that you could have kept with, the secondary. But getting to the defensive line, yeah, they had a down year, and yes, they can bounce back this year. But if they're not interested in trading him, which is smart, then why didn't we try to, bring back the other two,
I think the reports were saying that they both were checked out, and considering a new ownership and new coaching staff, that they just weren't going to fit. We talked about that last week. That Cameron Cole was not going to fit the new box safety that Jeremy Chin served. I think Kendall just being on the older side, more expensive. That's probably why.
That's true. And plus, I mean, but you got to think about it also. Jonathan Allen, he's on that older side too now.
He is, but it might cost them more to trade him than they would just to keep him.
That's true.
So there's that. I think you can get a second round for him if they were trading him, but I think it's smart because he's veteran leadership to teach not only the new guys you draft, but the new free agents that you signed in Armstrong and Dante Fowler and those types of guys. But we touched on rivals earlier. The big headline coming out today, and betting odds have changed. Shout out Bleacher Report. NFL rival executives predict the Commanders will take Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy second overall. Right? Now, this is per Tom Pelissero, so shout out him. He says it'll be really interesting because everyone's always trying to figure out, especially at the top of the draft, what other teams are doing. When I've had conversations here with executives for other teams who know Adam Peters well, who know the situation well, the most popular answer for what they do at number 2 is J.J. McCarthy. So a lot of drama still yet to come. Now, this comes in lieu of the betting odds changing to J.J. from Drake May to Jaden Daniels. And now the betting odds for us taking J.J. McCarthy, number 9, went from plus 2,500 to plus 500. Now, here is my thing with that. Smoke Screen Central. What did Adam Peters do in that aforementioned 2021 NFL draft? He traded up to number 3.
Yeah.
What was the biggest talking point of them drafting at number 3 before they drafted? They don't know who they were going to take.
Oh, that's true.
All the reports were saying it's Mac Jones because he would have fit Kyle Shanahan's offense to a T like a condom, like white on rice. They took Trey Lance. If the new smokescreen is we're taking JJ, maybe we go Jaden. Maybe we go Drake. Maybe we trade back. Because think about this. Go ahead.
Here's my problem, though, is that you have this talk about J.J. McCarthy, right? And it's a smoke screen, right? But right now, people don't, I think, truly understand that, and they're going to get riled up.
They are.
Because come April 25th, if we decide to take J.J. McCarthy, streets in the DMV are gonna be rioting.
It's gonna get hot in here.
Yeah, literally. At that point, I might as well just take my chances on Drake May over J.J. McCarthy. I don't think.
Yeah.
Trust me. Now, granted, J.J. McCarthy was with Jim Harbaugh, one of the best coaches I've ever seen in the game, but he also had a stacked offense around him, like every college does. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it last week with Adam, and having a stacked offense shouldn't be an indictment, but it could also be a crutch. Like we said, you have Rowan Wilson. You have Colson Loveland at tight end. You had Blake Corum and Donovan Wilson. You had a stacked defense, and you had Jim Harbaugh, right? The JJ played exceptionally well for that team, and he's a national champion because of it. And he had a great pro day as well to cap things off. Now, pro days are take what you will, grain of salt kind of things. Remember, Zach Wilson had a great pro day, and he is now probably somewhere on Tinder right now looking for the next MILF, right? Right, the MILF hunter. But JJ is also an excellent prospect. So we can't straight up dismiss him as, he's some bum, he can't play, he's a bona fide scrub, he can't, as Stephen A. Smith would say. But I'm not going to say he's the greatest, he's the next Tom Brady, Michigan quarterback, draft, the whole 9. But I do think someone like the Vikings will trade up to 3, 4, or 5 and take him. Because he'll fit the Kevin O'Connell system with JJ, with Jordan, with Aaron Jones, with TJ. So
plus,
there's
the Vikings, or Jay Jettis, that being Justin Jefferson. He did say if the Vikings don't get a good quarterback, he's not going to
Re-signing.
sign a big contract
Nope.
with them. And of course, Sam Darnold is not going to cut it. So I could see the Vikings trading up to get a
Yeah.
quarterback, whether it is Drake May, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy,
Yep.
Bo Nix,
Mm-hmm.
any of those guys.
I do think it'll be JJ, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
It will be. It will be. It will be interesting. But guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes. But like I said, like, subscribe here on the channel. So hit the notification bell every time that we upload. Shout out to our sponsors, Rio, Corey, Tony, Washington Dale, for supporting us since day one. All their links are down in the description. But let's get into what, like I keep saying, the meat and potatoes here at BIB. It is a mock draft time. It is our post free agency mock draft. I do have PFF. Shout out to them. If I get your sponsorship, that'd be great. If not, it is what it is, right? 7 rounds, fast speed, PFF board, more care, more draft needs, less to no randomness. We are the Commanders. Chris, do you want to take the charge as mock draft 1?
I let you go first.
Alrighty. I'm going to do no trades.
Okay.
I'm going to say that off the bat. I'm going to do no trades. As tempting as they are, I do too many of them. So I'm going to do a no trade mock draft. I'm just going to straight up start it. Caleb Williams is taken number 1. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels number 2, right? And there's going to be a long laundry list of players taken. I go fast, so in case we want to do trades, we can, guys. But see, this right here is what keeps pissing me off. Arizona taking TJ Tampa right in front of me and cock blocking me, right? It is what it is. So I go offensive tackle. If he's here, I go Jordan Morgan. If not, I go Kieran Armitage or Kingsley Mateo. If I botch those names, kill me in the comments section, right? But I go Jordan Morgan. Now, you sit here at 40. What has the consensus been here? Edge rusher, right? Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson, Adisa Isaac, Jonah Ellis. Tyler Newman got taken earlier. He got taken 29. I would have taken corner, but that also got taken. And the Commanders mock draft has taken Ennis Rakestraw Jr., a 6-foot corner, plays better in zone than he does man, but he had a 96.9 passer rating allowed. I'm not going to go corner here. I'm going wide receiver. And as much as people want to say me, take Troy Franklin, take Keon Coleman, take Jalen Polk, who I think is a damn good wide receiver at 6'2". I'm going to go with the South Carolina Gamecock to pair up with Terry McLaurin and put Jahan in the slot and let Mitchell Tinsley and Jamison Crowder do what they can do at the 4 and the 5. Give me Xavier Leggett. Y'all can kill me in the comments. That's fine. I love the pick. And I sit here at 67. I'm going to go linebacker. But we have a lot of linebackers. Nothing wrong with depth. B-Wags and Pittman are 1-year deals. And if Jamin Davis' 5th-year option does not get taken, guess what? You got Frankie Louvu left. So I'm going to take, aforementioned, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Sit here at 78. Now, there's a safety that was taken earlier in Jaden Hicks out of Washington State. Adam Nevis shouted him out. He's a great prospect at safety. I go corner. I like Max Milton. I like Ronaldo Green. I will go Jerrion Jones. Why? He's a good size at 6 foot. He's got good speed, good size. He gets progressively better every year with a 25.3 passer rating. Not so great in zone, but great man, great in coverage, and great in the run. Out of FSU, give me Jerrion Jones. Excuse my French, right? Pick 100. There's some pieces I like. Not so much a tackle. I could go to the inside. I will now go edge rusher. I'm going to go, as much as I like Javon Solomon, I do not think with our system he would be as well used as I think he could. I go Muhammad Kamara out of Colorado State. Right? I like this short, sweet. Let's get to the point. And you guys, like I said, PFF.com is what I use. Pick here at 139. We need a good tight end too. I go Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State University. Pick here at 152. Now, some of these safeties look tempting, right? Malik Mustafa, Bo Brad. I go James Williams. Here's why. He's great in coverage, good against the run, 9 covered stops, not a lot of targets, but he's 6'5". This man is a monster at safety. And what does Dan Quinn love in his secondary? Big monsters to play the position, right? But now our last pick here at 22, at 222, excuse me, all the way down here. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, I love me some Trey Taylor out of Air Force, right? Good size, great in coverage, good in the run, just an all-around solid player. 3 interceptions, but I'm not going to go him. I go back to tackle. This is someone who we recently just did a breakdown on, but I'm going to go Josiah Ezrim out of Eastern Kentucky. Why? 6'6", great in the run, great in the pass, got better this season, and plays right tackle. What else do we need besides left tackle? We need right tackle. So give me Josiah Ezrim to round out my mock draft as we finish things up here and see a lot of players get taken off the board. Give me my draft grade, please. Let me download that. It'll give me a C+ grade for my draft. It says I reached on Xavier, I reached on Jeremiah, and I reached on Kamara. But Chris, what do you think?
Overall, I like the draft. Honestly, I give it a B minus. That's just my take. I think the wide receiver out of South Carolina and then Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I give them both a C plus, at least a C plus. And I think that that would up the grade to B minus. Overall, I like the draft. Taking Jaden Daniels at 2. Taking Jordan Morgan at 36.
Yep.
I like it. I'm a fan of it.
These should be guaranteed picks if they fall. These should be guaranteed. But Chris, let's get into yours, my friend. Well, let's make it fast. Let's make it spicy. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's get into it. Who are you taking number 2 overall?
Give me Jaden Daniels.
LSU boys back to back. I think lots of fans will do the same as we take Jaden Daniels, second overall. Back to 36.
Is Jordan Morgan there?
Yes, he is.
Okay, give me Jordan Morgan.
Pick 40.
Patrick Paul there.
Ooh, doubling up. Yes, he'll be considered a big reach.
Oh, at what?
He's ranked 90th.
Oh yeah. Hold up. We gotta chill on that then.
Relax.
Go to wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Give me Troy Franklin.
Good. Let's get that 6'4" speedy receiver across from Terry McLaurin. I like it. Pick 67 is coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Give me Jonathan Brooks.
The halfback.
Yeah. I think we need another halfback, just in case Austin Eckler or B-Rob go down with an injury. I think that's a guy we can take. But yeah, that's just my take on it.
Okay. The first running back off the board goes to Washington. Pick here at 78, my friend.
Is Trotter Jr. there?
Yes, but if you give up Trotter, you won't get Patrick Paul.
Oh damn!
You gotta pick carefully.
We'll take Trotter Jr. because honestly, we need linebacker more as of right now.
Alrighty. Well, as we say that, he went to the Cowboys, so ain't that apropos? But pick here at 100.
Give me the safety out of USC.
Kalen Bullock. 6'3" monster. Great in coverage, not so good in the run. But you want the man, you want that dude, we give him to you. We got 3 picks remaining. Let's hope you got in a good sense. There goes safety.
Mm.
Pick 139.
Give me Cedric Gray.
Ooh, doubling up on linebacker, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Get another UNC boy on the roster. Pick 152, my friend.
You know what? I want to take Theo Johnson.
The Penn State tight end at 6'6". Bring it to Washington. And with your final pick at 222, let's see what GM Chris Knox cooks up in 3, 2, 1.
Give me Dylan McMahon, center.
The center out of NC State. Okay. A very different draft when I thought you were going for. Let's see what they grade him. B minus, B plus, B, B, C, A. They like yours a lot better than they liked mine. You double it up on linebacker. You got a tackle and a center for the future. You got a wide receiver and a halfback and tight end for the future to pair up with your future quarterback. The only thing you did not grab, my friend, was another cornerback.
Oh,
That is another one thing you did not grab, but hey, we're still very early into free agency.
Well, see, here's my thing on the cornerback, right? There are 2 key names that are still out there that we can sign: Tre'Davious White or Stephon Gilmore.
Okay.
I believe if we sign one of those guys, we will not take a corner in the draft.
Very interesting. I still think we take one just to be safe. Just to be safe. But that will wrap things up. We had a great draft, great mock drafts, great discussion about the news coming out today. Post free agency, we signed another center. Jamin Davis's future in Washington is up in the air. Jonathan now is not getting traded, and 2 post free agency mock drafts. Guys, can't thank you enough for supporting BIB once again. Like and subscribe here on the channel. Head over to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Go give us a follow over there. Comment down below which one of us, myself or Chris, had a better mock draft. I think it was me, but it could be Chris. I want y'all down below to let us know. Oh, he's giving me the Cody thing. Well, I'm going to give you the one Roman Reigns. I acknowledge my tribal chief. That's going to wrap things up, guys. Like I said, like, subscribe here on the channel. Head over to Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Go follow us all over there. Shout out to our sponsors. Let's go in. We got a month out from the draft, and I can't wait. And we're going to do a live stream for the draft. We got ideas, and we got people coming. We got things to do. Let's go into this draft season. Let's make it great. Let's handle those Commanders. And don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.